Things are picking up as we enter the second half of season one of Power Force 4, whatever you want to call this bad boy. We begin the episode. Bodies are getting buried. Claudia's burying her body. She's not exactly happy about it. Tommy's like, this is who we are. We got to do this. You're in this game. You got to do this, Claudia. You got to do it. We then have like a series of funerals. We've got one for E. Then JP's son essentially gets given the job of spying on Tommy by Gennard. I just don't get Gennard, right? He wants Tommy to pay. He feels like Tommy's basically caused all this chaos since he's come in here, right? You know what? Maybe he's got a point. But say he does have a point, which I think he does. Why do you act? Honestly, Tommy's got that many enemies. It's not like if Gennard kills him, his brother's going to be pissed, and also it's his fucking brother's. His brother really going to give a damn if he fucking kills Tommy. Like, yeah, I'm not saying that Diamond doesn't have, like, you know, a working relationship with Tommy, but they pretty much cut ties last episode. All of them, you know, like, fuck you, Tommy, son. We're not helping you rescue that woman. Not a chance. So yeah, I think this guy needs to act instead of giving it the big talking game. We then get the funeral for the member of the Flynn family, which, yeah, Walter walks over to his son. I remember when you used to be playing catch at the front, you fucking killed him, son. I don't need any more of your fucking shite. Big man, not a chance is this happening. So yeah, Tommy, and next scene pretty much, they all cut ties with him. So what's Tommy going to do? I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to set up a business, a partnership with Claudia. And that's like this is going to go. But first of all, in order to do this, they need to get a cook. But during this, the FBI raid like Walter's like headquarters. It's not even like, it's like his business, like where they must front the money. And then his daughter arrives, she types the password into the laptop, and he's like, this is exactly why you can't be fucking numero uno. You need it to be here tonight, man. You need it to be here. Diamond is more open to the idea that Gennard is right about Tommy in this scene. It's like, what's going on here? We then cut to Walter's house, and Walter's on the deck, and then his like number two picks him up. He's like, Walter, what happened? He's like, fucking meds, man. The stress. I don't know what's happened. I fucking banged my head. He gets picked up. Sad seeing me Tommy Flanagan here in a wee, like, I say a frail state. He's still like a fucking badass, but yeah, he gets up, wipes the blood away. He's like, let's fucking do this. He's like, you gotta tell. He's like, you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them, man. They don't want to go through the same thing with you they did the mother. He's like, you don't tell me shit, wee man, alright? Not in a month of Sundays. The kid then goes and looks in JP's window and he spots him and Tommy. He's like, what the fuck? So he gives Gennard his $5,000 back. He's like, I want none of that. And then this part of the episode was like filler to me. We had Tommy, Claudia, and what do you call her? Luciana, like all team up here, and they had like the people at the body shop and the Jews go to these lockers and get this. It just didn't really do it for me, man. I don't really know what the... Like, I know what's going on, but it's like, did it really need to take up like 15 minutes of the episode? Like, it really did, man. Thought it was a bit mental how it actually went on this long, but it looks like they're getting them on board. Walter's number two then gets pulled over by the police, and essentially they threaten him with jail time. It's like, do you think if Walter goes down for 22 years, he's going to give a fuck about you? He's like, if you had anything to sink Walter, you'd have sunk him by now. Take a fucking torpedo. Which I thought was a pretty good line for this guy, who's not exactly had the greatest amount of lines so far, but you know what? We'll take it, guys. We'll take it for this guy dishing out lines left, right, and centre at the end of the day. But yeah, he's rejected it. Walter then gets confronted by his son, and his son, Sunday dinner. Me and Gloria were going to be there, big man. And he's like, what have I got to tell you? Sunday dinner's for family, no for outsiders, Victor. So yeah, he's absolutely screaming at him, which I thought was quite intriguing. We also have like Tommy telling JP that he's a drug dealer. JP kind of wants him to make his own money, but that's not going to happen that way. We see Diamond and Gennard like scoping out the area for like their next wee mini heist or something that's going to go down exactly the greatest thing of all time. Is it this? Diamond then goes to the diner, and in his wee booth, his own personal booth, by the way, you know, he could have been the next Mike Tyson, as they rightfully point out every fucking 3 seconds they get in this show. Yeah, there's a woman there, and he begins to talk to her, and Yep. She obviously is like I knew straight away she works for the feds. We then have like a sex scene between these two, and it looks like they're seeing each other over like the course of a few days, and it's like this guy's just out the joint. Right, I get it. Probably wants his hole. But it's like this guy's top man of the BDIs or the CBI, sorry, Chicago Bulls. I just don't think he'd fall for this, and honestly, I think it's I don't know. I think it's crazy that we're right. I'm not saying we're writing this guy out. Like, I mean, he's not gave her any information, but yeah, it almost seemed like so much of a trap, and he's jumped into it with open arms is quite crazy. And also, I just look at this Victor and Gloria relationship. It's fucking weird. Like Tommy did call him on it like a few episodes ago, and he said like, "Are you one of those freaks that like the girl to get with another man?" And you're like, "No, we were on a break." And now he's like confessing his love for her, buying houses and fighting her to family dinner, even though his dad absolutely despises the fact she ain't Irish. It's like, come on, son, you need to accept it. You need to move on. He does need to move on. Like, I just don't really understand like Victor's entire gimmick. Where I mean, I get it, he's in love, but I mean, surely you can see this ain't going to work. Yeah, we then see the trio, the triple threat of Claudia, Tommy, and Luciana kidnap the cook. She takes him to like her lab. It's in like what, our house or something. And it's like, right, this is how it's going to go down. This is how it's going to go according to plan. And Tommy's like, you good thing I'm a drug dealer, and you're not. You're not him. But Claudia's been getting phoned this entire time by Reggie, who's our old like contact, but it's not going to go that way, is it, Reggie? Walter then gets told by his son Victor that but the drive-by that happened earlier this episode, they were white. He's like, it was those bloody CBI bastards. He's like, no, it wasn't. It was the fucking. It was the widest hand I'd ever seen. He's like, it was the fucking Serbs. And then when Walter hears that, he realises that his son's been doing like some side business shit. The episode ends with Reggie confronting Claudia. Claudia ends up killing him, and then like they bury a body. It's almost a bit cringe though, how like she's went to like the first scene being scared of like a dead body, burying it, not knowing what to do, to like the 24 hours later with Tommy burying this body like she's fucking Jeffrey Dahmer or something. I don't know. It just didn't really make much sense. Walter then walks into the Serb restaurant. This is like prime Chibs. This is like prime Tommy Flanagan. He walks in. He's like, which one of you fucking cunts shot at my son? Kills two of them. He's like, you can run back to your little Serb daddy and tell him the business. And he's like, hold on a minute. You don't need to do that. This wee woman can do it. Then he shoots him and just fucking walks out with this fucking gangster music playing. Yes! Give it to me! Damn it. Give it to me every day of the week. Prime Tommy Flanagan, guys. I was tuning in. Absolutely. But anyway, I'm going to guess episode 7 out of 10. Really helped by the ending with Tommy Flanagan. But here, Power Book 4 Force. It's a tough one because it's got Tommy Flanagan in it. It's introduced a brand new city, but it's like it's kind of left everything in New York behind. Even though I know you got Luciana and obviously Tommy, but I'm digging it so far, guys. But anyway, 7 out of 10. Let's go.